Good morning. It's not super early, it's just coming up to 6:30. Really cold though. The tyre surrounding of the beast is frozen. I've got to wait for everything to clear before I can set off. But I've still got, sunup's going to be about 8:20, so I've got a good amount of travelling time to get somewhere decent, just to see if the sunrise is nice this morning. And then if not, it's on to a area of photography, which I don't know where I'm going to go, I'll be honest with you. This is what I do. I get up mad early, well, not mad early, and just go, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Come on. Well, here we are. Welcome to the Peak District. Currently about -2, maybe -1. Very cold though. I've been in Iceland in -15 and it didn't feel this cold. I think it's something to do with the moisture in the air. Sun is coming up. It's cloudless today, which is lovely for walking through, but for your photography that doesn't present a good sunrise, I'm afraid, and I don't think it's going to be very good. Maybe as the light spills over, it just rises above the horizon, it starts illuminating the sides of stuff. That'll be good. And I've come, basically it's the new year, I think it's January the 2nd or 3rd, I don't know, and I've come to see the Highland cows. Start the year off, always nice. Well, I mean, they may not be here, so there is that, but hopefully I'll see the Highland cows. And then I'm going to have a look, I'm going to walk to the edge, because I just thought there's some beautiful countryside, but unless it's textured, you know, it could be rain, it could be fog. Unless it's textured, I find it not quite an image for me. Okay, great for your sort of serious landscape guys who are good with the vistas, but not for me. I like a bit of action in there that says something's going on. So I thought maybe with a patchwork of frost, it could look quite appealing, because there's plenty of vantage points to sort of get a different perspective from. Sheep are out, silver birch trees are looking lovely. Again, maybe when the light hits them, they'll be quite nice. Can't see any cows yet, but yeah, let's rock on. So I'll start chatting when I find something interesting. Sun's up, so I better get a wiggle on, as this frost ain't going to last long. Not far now, about another few minutes of heavy stride and I'll be there. You'll notice the camera's away. The trail, we've had a lot of rain in the last couple of weeks, but anyway, it's water everywhere, so it's like ice. It's not like ice, it's like glass. It is ice. Wow, I'm old. And I've almost gone over now twice, even though I'm paying attention, unusual. But I slipped up at Hen Cloud. I was doing an evening shoot which didn't pan out, so you won't be seeing that one, but yeah, I went over for that one on my backside. Fortunately, up here for thinking, down there for dancing, I'd packed all my gear in my bag, I knew I was going to fall. It's so slippy there with the mud. So just a bit of advice, if you're over precarious ground, put your gear away. I know it's a ball ache, you got to get it out and set it up, and you want to just have it ready to snap, but don't. Stick it in your bag. It's the safest place for it when you're walking on crap like this. Anyway, I only did this here because there's not much ice. It only takes a little bit, just a little bit to make your feet go. Okay, approaching the edge now, and the sunlight is really lighting this stuff up in a very beautiful way. It's got a kind of reddish gold to it. It's beautiful. All of the wriggly trees down here are reflecting the light nicely. Just gonna have a quick look over the edge now because we need a gap to see what's going on. But you should see that it's bathed in frost, a lot of the areas, but it's patchwork. You've got different shades of it. Let's go have a look. Okay, sun's absolutely blasting at me now. Chap coming up with his dog. Other than that, there's nothing else. A few planes roaring overhead. I'll get the camera out, see what we can do. Okay, as you know, I'm a very chatty sort, and that chap has just advised me, got a lovely chocolate Labrador by the way, that's all I'm interested really. What dog have they got? So he's just said there's a couple of Highland cows down here, and of course with the sun being there right now, it's going to give, oh, my word, their reddish fur a bit more of a vibe. So it'd be good. So I thought, okay, I'll wander down and have a look down by the gate. Yeah, I'm going to stop filming because it's getting proper sketchy here. Bugger. Okay, I can see one of our cows, looks quite young. So I dare say there's a bigger one nearby. So as ever, respectful of distance. I've got big lenses, so I don't have to get too close. I don't have to get unwarranted distance. Okay, now I'm just sat a bit of a distance away from him. Light's incredibly harsh, which is actually good for me because I'm going to lift the shutter speed a little bit, which means I get a much steadier shot. Let's just maybe risk it a bit more. I think that's enough light. My 7200 is actually broken. And it seems to be struggling a little bit with focus. So I'm going to switch to auto, which probably I should be doing more of this anyway. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see what we see. So of course, I mean, shooting these animals is one thing. It's wonderful, but getting them in a particular pose, that's what we're after. Of course, they're constantly moving, they're eating, heads moving up and down, bobbing up and down, so this increased shutter speed is good. I would like to push it right up to 250. In fact, I'm going to, but it might need, yeah, I'm gonna have to lift the ISO a little bit. Never do this, never lift the ISO. Illegal in some places, people don't realise that. With the 7200 as well, very narrow the shot. I don't get to take in all the beautiful countryside around it, so to do that I'd have to put on a much wider range, going out to the 24 perhaps, maybe the 50, get away with that. But then to bring that in and get the cow looking good, I'm going to have to get closer, and I think that's especially as I don't know where the big one is. This is the little one, and this little one probably weighs about a ton. Yeah, I don't know where the big guy is. And people get hurt by cows because they're scared, or because the cows don't know what's going on, or just because they're pissed off at you, I suppose. Alright, so we've got some nice shots of it eating. I am gonna switch lenses and take a wander over to the side because the sun's coming down quite nicely, and we'll take a look. Switch the lens. I've actually gone for the 15 to 35, so I am planning to get a bit closer. Oh, the light's coming through on his fur is lovely. Bear with me. Now he's absolutely uninterested in me. As I've been sitting down, I think he's just sort of thought, okay, this guy's no threat to me. No worries. And that's good. So I've been able to get a little bit closer. Any sign of distress from him, and I'm out. Spotted the other cow, and he's just sort of scratching his head on a brick wall, as they do. So I'm going to make my way around on this trail and try and look up at him. There he is. See if I can catch a good shot there. I've forgotten all about the landscape now. Not interested. Not a landscape channel today. It's a hairy cow channel. Sorry. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'm not even slightly interested in the view. The cows have captured my attention as ever, but probably need to get back to the big lenses to do something with this view. Even with the light striking it, it feels like actually it's illuminating some of the trees in the distance, and that could make it work. We'll see, won't we? I've been down in the valley, so now I'm back up on the edge, on Baslow Edge. I'm just thinking that if those cows were down there, there's a very good chance that the other cows are up on the edge today, as opposed to by Big Dave's Rock over there, or down in where I consider the feeding area. And that can make for some great shots if that's the case. So it's worth the effort. I'm going to have a look and just see if I can locate them. Can't see them right now, but if they are where I'd like them to be, that would be very juicy. It's beautiful. Yeah, there might be a shot here. The shadow down one side of the valley, lit up on the other, the frost. I don't know if the Pocket 3 can show you that well enough, but I'll give it a go. Quick compositional thing. I'd like the line of shadow to be a bit more centered in the composition, so I'm walking around the ridge. It's going to maintain the pattern, if you will, because it's such a distance. So I can move a lot more. If it was closer, I wouldn't be able to move as much without subtly changing, or radically changing, in fact, the composition. But here, yeah, this is better. I'll put both images up. You may only notice a slight difference, but to me, it's what makes it or breaks it. Okay, just so you know, so these guys are moving closer to me. I've not moved forward at all, but they're quite happy to come closer, so I'll continue filming, continue shooting. This doesn't mean to say that just because they're moving closer, they're not going to butt me into a coma. But there's normally signs. Animals normally give you a bit of a sign before they get nasty with you. So there's one right behind me now. He's walked behind me. It's a bit concerning. And there's just one with huge horns in front of me. And now they're coming around. So Gregory Yates would be shitting himself right now. As usual with these guys, they always present their backsides to me, and then when I try and get ahead of them, it's like they're playing a game. They just start moving forward, so they just leave me with their backsides again. So now I'm coming full circle, just so I can get from the side, not even head on. Swines. Well, today's vlog definitely turned into a photographing cows day, but there's still stuff to learn from landscapes when you're transferring it to this sort of thing. Angle, getting myself around the cows so that I could get both fully in shot, same as we do when we're like hiding a tree, so we move around to make the tree disappear behind another one. Same thing with these animals, thinking of your composition, getting lower, getting your rule of thirds in to make it, look appealing to the eye, so that your attention is drawn to all the right places. It's the same thing. I'm not a wildlife photographer, obviously, but I do count myself as a cow photographer. And yeah, I apply all the fundamentals that I've learned in landscape photography to this. It's the same principle of building a composition, which is what you're doing. And of course, the only difference is, unlike a decent tree or a nice hill, these guys wander around and may kill you. So there's that. Now I've still got a good portion of the morning ahead, But you know, when I come here and I see the cows, it fills me so quickly, because I love seeing them, and obviously this is the beginning of the year and it's kind of special, and I do adore these animals. So yeah, once I've seen them, I feel satiated, and I may wrap here. So if I do wrap here, thanks for coming along. See you for the next one, sort of stuff. But if I don't, I'm going to jump in the car, drive around and see where else I can find. I'm tempted to go past Padley Gorge and around to Surprise View up that way. Not done many shots from there, so it could be interesting this morning. Light's still low enough perhaps to get away with it. But yeah, there you go. I hope you've had a great Christmas, and you know, the New Year's been fine. If last year wasn't so great, but you found a little bit of enjoyment in these videos, I'm so glad, and I hope you'll find more to come. See you soon.